It's a great Wednesday night here from Ursprung Gymnasium, and that's because we have rivalry basketball action here in men's basketball action in the Ohio Athletic Conference. You're watching and listening here on bwyellowjackets.com as well as OAC TV. And the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets are hosting crosstown rival, 6th ranked John Carroll. I'm Cole McDaniel. I want to thank everybody again for watching and listening here for this one live tonight. Excited for this action. Packed crowd here at Ursprung Gymnasium. A lot of people showing up here in Berea, not just home crowd, but visitors making the short trip as well. Student section starting to pile in. Of course, have the band here as well. Again, this is going to be a fun one here tonight. Taking a look at these two teams, we'll start with the Yellow Jackets here at home. Come into this game with an overall record of 11-12 overall, 7-9 in the OAC. Their last game out was a 70-41 victory over Muskingum in a men's and women's doubleheader this Saturday. And the Yellow Jackets currently on a 2-game win streak and looking to continue that, but a tough test. Mentioned that John Carroll, the Blue Streaks, ranked 6th in the country in Division III men's basketball. A record of 21-2 overall and 15-1 in the OAC. Last win for John Carroll was their last game out. They won in overtime at Ohio Northern, so a tough test as that one was a 95-89 victory, but the Blue Streaks came away with the game in that overtime period. Have not lost since have not lost in 2023. So it's been since the very end of 2022 that John Carroll have dropped a game in men's basketball action. So the Yellow Jackets looking to defend their home court. This would be a huge upset if they can do it tonight and give the Blue Streaks their first loss here this year. Now, the last meeting between these two teams was at the Tony DiCarlo Center, where the Blue Streaks actually had to put up a tough fight against the Yellow Jackets to come away with that close victory, 96-91. So these two teams, again, familiar with each other, and it was a tough battle the last time. We're getting the starting lineups here from Ursprung Gymnasium after a hype video was played up on the scoreboard just a moment ago. And when we get the game underway, John Carroll, they're going to be in their all navy blue uniforms. And the Yellow Jackets going in all gold tonight. Seen them wear a lot of the all gray at home, but tonight, like I said, all gold, so going to be a great color scheme out there on the floor between these two teams. Take a look at the starting lineups, and we'll start with the visitors. For John Carroll, number 0, Luke Chacon. Number 2, Connor O'Toole. Number 4, Chase Toppin. Number 5, Luke Frazier. And number 11, Luca Eller. For the Yellow Jackets in their starting lineup, it is their normal 5 that we've seen out on the floor as long as all 5 guys are healthy. Number 0, Ashton Price. Number 1, Jake Snyder. Number 3, Anthony Mazzio. Number 11, Jackson Simmons. And number 14, Zoltan Nagy. So the Blue Streaks out there on the floor ready to get this tipped and underway. The Yellow Jackets breaking out of the huddle. And the tip coming up here in just a moment. Of course, throughout the night, I'll give you updates on what's going on around the conference in Ohio Athletic Conference basketball action. And of course, the women's basketball team, they are currently at the Tony DiCarlo Center playing against John Carroll themselves. 20 minutes up on the clock. About to get the first half underway. Be the battle of the 11s to start off. Simmons and Eller. Ball is up and tip one by the Blue Streaks. Chacon finds Frazier. Frazier putting the basketball on the floor. The lefty trying to get up for the mid-range jumper and short off of the initial shot. Rebounded by the Yellow Jackets. Snyder looking for Nagy on the low block. Great feed. The help defense came to hedge that. And not able to catch up to Nagy. Snyder read that one well, the senior guard from Stowe. Here's a drive and a turnover, and Snyder comes away with it. Yellow Jackets up 2. Price looking for Mazzio. Mazzio was open. If Price could get it to him, now in transition. John Carroll, they respond. They get their first 2 points on the game. Luke Chacon, the point guard, his first points. Simmons, Snyder, and that's going to be an offensive foul going against the Yellow Jackets. You have to love the atmosphere, the environment here tonight. Two schools that don't like each other, certainly have a respect for each other, but don't like each other. I expect a really competitive game out of these two teams. There's a buzz in the air. The crowd's excited, and the prospects for the Yellow Jackets, again, they've been in a lot of close games this year. Record doesn't look great, but they could certainly test this John Carroll team once again. Miss on the 3 there for Chacon. Strong board for the Yellow Jackets. Mazzio looking to push the pace. Create some space. Mid-range jumper, and hits that shot, and the Yellow Jackets take a lead again. Now watching the baseline and stepping out of bounds is Luke Frazier, actually right on the sideline. About as far down into the corner as you can get is where Frazier stepped out of bounds. Snyder finding Mazzio, great cut. Beautiful finish, scooping that one up and in with the right hand. Mazzio, a guy who can light it up. Averages nearly 18 points per game and already firing early. There's a great feed to Luca Eller, and Eller gets it on the low block and puts it up and in for the easy 2. Price splitting through 2 defenders, finds Snyder. Pump fake, was a little hesitant on that 3 and then short armed the 3 when he did decide to take it. Here's the drive. And a finish there for Chase Toppin. So the sophomore guard from Cleveland Heights went to St. Ignatius. Gets his first 2 points on the evening. Nagy's wide open, really not known as being a shooter. Defers to Mazzio, and Mazzio gets that 3 to roll around. A friendly bounce there. Mazzio now with 7, leads all scores. Step back, wanting to respond with a 3, no good for Chase Toppin. A rebound for the Yellow Jackets, secured by Zoltan Nagy. We'll hand this one off to Mazzio, an opportunity for the Yellow Jackets to slow the pace a little bit. Jared Logan, his first shot attempt of the game, no good from 3. The drive, splitting through several defenders. Jared Logan just altering that a little bit at the end as Luke Frazier cut through several guys. Mazzio in transition, wants a 3, and Mazzio feeling it. Mazzio, a big-time player for the Yellow Jackets program, and this is a big game. They're going to have to lean on him, and 10 points already in double figures. That was quick for Mazzio. See if he can stay hot. Frazier making a move to the hoop and banking it in with the right hand. Now Price deciding to slow it down. The Yellow Jackets will run the offense up 4. Snyder from the corner. Snyder hits. And the Yellow Jackets coming out firing at this point. Looking for the response, Connor O'Toole rattles that 3 and knocks it down. Yellow Jackets shooting 75% from the floor to start. That's 6 of 8. And John Carroll shooting well over 50% themselves. There's a response on the other end. Jared Logan for 3. Back and forth these two teams go. This is going to be a high-scoring battle if this continues. O'Toole wants another 3. Made the last one, didn't this time. Eller, second chance opportunity. No, nearly tipped in. Finally, Nagy secures the rebound. Snyder to Nagy. Logan driving. He's fouled. That one's going to be on the floor going against Connor O'Toole. It's going to be his first personal foul and the first team foul against the Blue Streaks. Several substitutions upcoming for both of these teams. Rob Watson III will check in for his first action on the night as Zoltan Nagy takes a seat. In for the Blue Streaks, Henry Rayner. Jerry Higgins III. And Will Yontek. Late substitution right onto the floor is number 5, Luke Driscoll, as Ashton Price will take a seat. Mazzio on the inbound, got it in the corner. He's able to throw it off of the leg of Chase Toppin and will remain Yellow Jackets basketball. Mazzio collects that loose basketball near half court. Now here's Driscoll. Snyder feeds it. Jared Logan, step back, really tough shot. Had a couple seconds left on the shot clock there, no good. The drive and the block. Rob Watson III getting the left paw up there. And the Yellow Jackets can extend their lead. Driscoll kicks out. Mazzio has been feeling it. He continues to feel it. Anthony Mazzio just can't miss. 13 points. We've only played 6.5 minutes, folks. Out of control. Looked like that had a chance of being a charge on Henry Rayner, but called a blocking foul. Appeared like Jared Logan, maybe his heels were right on the edge of that restricted area. Feet were certainly not set. And he'll go to the bench, as will Jake Snyder. Checking in, number 25, Ray Ellington, as well as Jackson Simmons back into the game. Luke Chacon. Higgins III. Chacon 5 seconds on the shot clock. Needs to make a move. Gets into the chest of Simmons. Fade away, clearing a little bit of space. Made that shot look easy, getting the 2 points. 20-13. Mazzio pulls up, mid-range jumper, and hits. 15 points now for Anthony Mazzio. He's going to well surpass his average tonight unless John Carroll finds a way to deal with Anthony Mazzio. But Luke Chacon, the sophomore guard from Mentor, responds on the other end. He averages 15 points per game himself. Simmons kicks to Driscoll. Ellington driving, steps through. John Carroll wanted a walk. That was a big hop step there from Ray Ellington. Looked like he might have taken an extra step. Official said no, and give the freshman a bucket. Simmons physical on the defensive end, quick hands, feeds Ellington in transition. That's an easy 2 points there for the Yellow Jackets. And this roof is about to come off of the building here early in the first half. The Yellow Jackets up against the 6th ranked team in the country, lead 26-15. Tonight's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket athletics. Cleveland Clinic Sports Medicine, proud medical provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes, as well as Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. You are listening to Yellow Jacket men's basketball on bwyellowjackets.com and OAC TV. Ball inbounded to Chacon. Higgins finds Frazier in the middle of the floor. Frazier wanting to drive, try to clear out a little bit of space from the elbow. No good on the shot. In transition, leaking out, Rob Watson the third. Anthony Mazzio with the assist. So Rob Watson the third with his first bucket on the night. Frazier looking to respond. Really tough shot with the left hand. Couldn't get to go. Last off of John Carroll on the tip with the attempt on the rebound. Number 1, Eric Hanna checks in for his first action on the night for John Carroll. Anthony Mazzio will get a well-deserved breather. And Jake Snyder checks back in for the Yellow Jackets. Driscoll inbounds it to Watson. Now Driscoll will speed down the floor. Saw an opening here really on that left wing and took it. Cross-court pass. Driscoll, that awkward release, and missed that one well long. An air ball for Driscoll. Again, really a defensive guy that likes to drive, get to the rim. You don't see him shoot many jumpers. Taking it down low. Strong finish there for Henry Raynor. Rob Watson, the third, tried to elevate. Nearly altered that shot. Now Ellington's wide open for three here from the wing, and Ellington knocks that one down. 31-17, Yellow Jackets lead. Here's the drive. Good move from Frazier. Smooth with the left hand. Sophomore guard from Mentor. Plays high school basketball at Lake Catholic. And he's the leading scorer on the team, averages 17 points per game. Turnover in transition. No dunk there for Will Yontek, the sophomore forward out of Independence. The traveling supporters from John Carroll wanted him to dunk it, but a good finish nonetheless in transition. And now a block. Simmons hustle play to get that one back after Raynor swatted it. Snyder finds some space. Snyder hits. Absolutely lethal. Not sure if the Yellow Jackets did anything different today, but whatever you did, keep it up the rest of the season. I mean, the shooting to this point has been phenomenal. There's a block on the defensive end for the Yellow Jackets. Though the basketball goes straight into the hands of Will Yontek. He goes up and makes the easy two. And made it look easy. Not too easy when you get fouled in the middle of shooting, but now Yontek at the free throw line for the old school three-point play opportunity. Ashton Price is back in for the Yellow Jackets, as is Jared Logan. Zoltan Nagy checks in as well. The free throw from Jontek is good. So he gets the and one and goes to the bench as number 33, David Gentry, checks in for his first action this evening. 9 minutes remaining in the first half here from Ursprung Gymnasium. Nagy threw a laser to the corner to Ellington. Made the Blue Streaks bench flinch. Impressed that Ellington was able to catch that pass. And then tried to clear a little bit of space and made the shot, but called for the travel before he got the shot off. So still a 10-point advantage now for the Yellow Jackets. Blue Streaks trying to cut this to single digits. A little strong on the shot. No good there for Luke Chacon. Great follow, though, crashing in on the baseline. Chase Toppin gets fouled as he missed that shot. And that is the fourth team foul now against the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. 2 free throws upcoming for Toppin. First one up and good. Toppin averages 10 points per game and a 67% free throw shooter on the season, looking to go 2 for 2 on this trip. Second one up, a little bit long off of the back of the rim. Rebound for Jared Logan, and he'll hand this one off to Snyder. Pressured a little bit by Jerry Higgins coming up the floor. Finds Nagy. Has Price wide open from the corner. Price a little bit long. The Yellow Jackets are officially human. They missed a three-pointer. It's been a while since they missed a three. Snyder trying to respond. This three no good. Nagy tries to follow it up. Looked like he was going to come up with the easy rebound and be able to go up and right back for the two. But Henry Raynor did a good job getting his hand in there, swatting it away. It's last off of the Blue Streaks. Remains Yellow Jackets basketball underneath the basket. Ashton Price. Mazzio's back in. And Mazzio, actually foul going against Jared Logan as soon as he handed the basketball off to Anthony Mazzio. Called for the offensive foul. So 34-25. 9-point advantage for the Yellow Jackets. But after a few stops now for John Carroll, it could be crucial as they're trying to work their way back into this game here early. Frazier crosses over, so much so that he nearly lost his balance, got the shot off. Now playing safety, going up and intercepting that pass. And then in transition, trying to get physical. Strong dribble through the middle of the lane. And that one's lost out of bounds. Last off of the Yellow Jackets, apparently. It appeared like it was last off of the right hand there of Luke Frazier, but officials say no. Yellow Jackets maybe poked it away. So the inbound here for the Blue Streaks. Frazier been pretty quiet scoring-wise, but certainly had his shot opportunities and does not lack the aggressiveness. Gets that one to go with the left hand. Now has 6. Snyder to Nagy. Nagy fouled from behind, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2 attempts. Number 20, Henry Raynor. called for his second personal foul. Actually, that's his first personal foul, second team foul on the Blue Streaks. Ray Ellington checks back in for the Yellow Jackets as Jared Logan will go to the bench. Second free throw up and good. So a perfect trip to the free throw line for Nagy. Under 7 minutes left to go here in the first half. John Carroll swinging the basketball around the three-point arc and then hitting Jerry Higgins III with the three. Price handing this one off to Nagy. Nagy looking to go to work. Really tough shot with the left hand. And that's not the smartest trip offensively there for the Yellow Jackets. Nagy, the sophomore forward out of Lakewood, really known for his defensive ability and his hustle, getting to the boards on the glass, especially on the offensive glass. A little surprised he took that shot, but a bailout on the other end is an opportunity to cut this to a one-possession game, but not watching the sideline. Sideline violation, that's the second one on the night for John Carroll. Right in front of the Yellow Jacket student section. That's really standing room access tonight. No bleachers this evening. Student section kind of on the right corner as well as the left corner. And now an offensive foul going against the Yellow Jackets. So from the jump, this game has been going the way of Baldwin Wallace. Momentum has been here for the home team. But John Carroll getting it closer and closer and keeping it close. And there's a lot of time left in this game. I mean, this is just the first half. But if you're the Yellow Jackets, you want to find a way to swing these doors wide open. After a call going against you, a call goes your way the other direction. Get the basketball right back. Now got to find the hot shooting stroke that you had really to start this game. Snyder, smart play. Throwing that one off of Luca Eller after really being trapped up against the sideline. Yellow Jackets will inbound with 16 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Price, he's been quiet offensively to this point. As Mazzio and Snyder, they've been the hot hands. A lot of physical contact there. Mazzio and Higgins banging bodies. And that time, Jerry Higgins III called for the blocking foul. Plenty of time for the Yellow Jackets to run their offense. There's the hedge. Ray Ellington, wide open three. No good on that shot. Here come the Blue Streaks pushing the pace the other way. O'Toole through the lane. Pass to Luca Eller. Lost control of that basketball, but swiped away by the Yellow Jackets. Last off of BW, and John Carroll will inbound from the baseline. Hand off to Chacon. Pulls up. A little bit wide, a little bit to the right there on his jumper. Price a little over antsy. Snyder found him in the corner. Price wasn't sure if he wanted to drive or if he wanted to kick that out. And as soon as he caught that basketball, tried to move with it and drive and keep that left leg back and drug that pivot foot. That's what can happen when you have a moment or two of indecision. So a few costly offensive turnovers for the Yellow Jackets as well as offensive fouls. And it's still just a 6-point lead. Rob Watson the third with the block on the other end. The official saying he didn't go straight up. Got a good amount of the hand and the arm there of number 32, Will Yontek, and Yontek will go to the free throw line for his second trip tonight. Yontek made his only free throw so far. First attempt up and no good, a little bit strong off of the back of the rim. Second attempt up and no good, so 0 for 2 on that trip to the free throw line for Yontek. 4.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Snyder wants a deep three. Snyder hits the three. Big make there for Jake Snyder. He's nearing double digits. 8 points tonight for the senior guard. Another sideline violation. Connor O'Toole not watching the sideline on the far side of the floor in front of the Yellow Jackets bench. That's the third time tonight. And those sideline violations can kill you. Yes, that's a tough part of the floor. That's where you don't have nearly as much space in between that three-point arc and out of bounds. Price pulls up, unable to get that one to go. Watson tried to get his hand up there and tip it in. The Blue Streaks back the other direction. That's going to be a foul on the floor. No shot there for Luke Chacon. So that's the 8th team foul against the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. And Chacon steps to the free throw line. On the 1-and-1, missing that shot, so no second attempt upcoming. Empty trip for the Blue Streaks. Here's Mazzio. To Watson on the low block, strong finish, and he's fouled from behind. Give Watson the 2, chance for one more. That's the 5th team foul now for the Blue Streaks. First personal on Connor O'Toole. Free throw up and no good for Rob Watson III, who averages just about 2.6 points per game. He has surpassed that tonight with 4 points already. So valuable minutes off the bench, not only scoring-wise, but defensively, as always, for Rob Watson III. Quick foul on the other end for the Yellow Jackets. As Ashton Price picking up his second personal foul. He'll go to the bench and take a seat as Ray Ellington checks in. 1-and-1 opportunity now for Jerry Higgins III. Free throw up and missed. A little bit strong for Higgins III. So points being left at the free throw line now for the 6th ranked team in the country. Mazzio, feet inside, Last off of Yontech will remain Yellow Jackets basketball. Snyder finding Nagy in the corner. Mazzio, Higgins tight on him, trying to clear some space. Higgins just being a pest defensively. Snyder, D3, drains it. Jake Snyder, 11 on the night. Quick foul defensively on the other end going against the Yellow Jackets, but BW already with 2 players in double figures. What a first half offensively. 44-30 is the lead for the Yellow Jackets at this point with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining, but Luke Ciccone hits that first free throw. Second attempt upcoming. 83% free throw shooter and makes both on that trip to the line. Snyder, bounce pass to Nagy. And the Blue Streaks just trying to do everything they can to keep the basketball out of Anthony Mazzio's hands. And they're successful there. Ray Ellington with the runner with the right hand and couldn't get that one to go. Now in transition, Connor O'Toole a little strong on that three-point shot. Mazzio comes down with the rebound. 2 minutes remaining in the half. Mazzio gets the basketball, shoots a deep 3, and bricks that one. That one caught as much backboard as it caught rim. There's a foul on the low block going against John Carroll, and the officials in this game, they've been very quick to the whistle. A lot of times it feels like the normal trend in Ohio Athletic Conference basketball is that first half, the officials really swallow their whistles and let these teams play on, and then in the second half, you see the calls start to pick up. From the jump, these officials have been making a lot of calls. And that's why we've seen quite a bit of free throws to this point as well. We got to have a timeout here on the floor, and we're going to step aside to take a break with them here on BWYellowJackets.com as well as OAC TV. We'll be right back. We're back here on BWYellowJackets.com as well as OAC TV. I'm Cole McDaniel. Everybody watching and listening tonight, you are watching a fantastic game. Yellow Jackets leading, trying to pull off the upset here at home against a 6th-ranked John Carroll Blue Streaks team that has not lost since the calendar turned to 2023. Mazzio been lighting it up offensively, goes to work again, showing off the physicality and getting the tough bucket for 2. Mazzio now with 17, leads all scorers. Quick 3 for the Blue Streaks, no good there for Chase Toppin. Rebound for Mazzio. And he's feeling it, looking to go to work again. Mazzio was able to clear some separation, and that's more thanks to what happened behind him, as Rob Watson III tried to put maybe a little bit of screener, just getting in the way of Jerry Higgins III, and Higgins III, instead of trying to go around him, just barreled through the bigger forward. So the defensive foul against Higgins results in the 7th team foul for John Carroll. So Rob Watson III steps to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Missed the only free throw he's had so far tonight. This attempt up and good, so a second free throw upcoming as the Yellow Jackets now lead by 15. Second shot up and rattles home. Good trip to the line there for Rob Watson III. Blue Streaks trying to answer quickly. Chacon. And a turnover intercepted by Toppin. Fraser going to work. Strong, he missed the bunny. And fortunate for the Blue Streaks that was followed up and put in. Luke Fraser, I'm sure, still wants that one back, but not a completely empty trip there for the Blue Streaks, getting those 2 points, 48-34. Now Ellington gets his own miss. Under a minute remaining here in the half. Driscoll's back into the game. Passes this one to Mazzio. Step back, three. That one short, catches the front of the rim. And Rob Watson III tried to go up with the shot. Looked like that was nearly a tie-up and maybe should have been a call for a jump ball. Two Blue Streaks there trying to get after the basketball. It looked like the hands of one of the Blue Streaks was probably on the basketball there. The other maybe caught the arm of Rob Watson III, and that's where the call went. First free throw up and good. Second free throw attempt upcoming. Opportunity for the Yellow Jackets to put 50 points up on the scoreboard here in this first half. They had a high-scoring battle the last time these two teams met. As I mentioned earlier, the Blue Streaks won the previous meeting 96-91 at the Tony DiCarlo Center. Looks like we're headed towards another high-scoring battle here. Chacon finds a teammate on the low block. That's Jantek. Up and in for two. Now 50-36. Shot clock is off. And the Yellow Jackets get the final possession here of the half. Snyder's had a hot hand, but would assume the Yellow Jackets are going to try to get the basketball to Anthony Mazzio. Stolen away, though. Here come the Blue Streaks in transition. 1 second left, and a layup buzzer beater there for Chase Toppin. And that's a little bit of something for the Blue Streaks to hang your hat on at the end of the first half. But still momentum going the way of the home team, the underdogs, the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. 50-38 is how we end the first half. We'll step aside here on bwyellowjackets.com as well as OAC TV. Don't go anywhere. We got a great second half coming up. We'll be back in about 14 minutes. we're about a minute away from getting this men's basketball game back in action here in the second half on this rivalry Wednesday between Baldwin Wallace and John Carroll, where the Yellow Jackets hold a 50-38 advantage over the 6th-ranked team in the country. Of course, in the women's game across town, on the other side, the east side of Cleveland, at the Tony DiCarlo Center, well, a possible upset is happening there as well, as the Yellow Jackets in women's basketball, they're going to have to make a comeback. They're down 50-32, down 18 points at the half. But here at Ursprung Gymnasium, of course, in men's basketball action, this crowd here, all the student section, it really filled up. Again, standing areas to the right and to the left on the floor. They're all looking for a Baldwin Wallace upset win here in men's basketball. In the first half, it was Jake Snyder and Anthony Mazzio leading the way for the Yellow Jackets. Mazzio has 17 points, Snyder with 11. Luke Chacon has 8 for John Carroll, Chase Toppin as well as Will Yontek with 7. Early trap being applied. Price in transition through the contact and a blocking foul. So Ashton Price goes to air and looked like it was possible that O'Toole maybe slid under, and that should have been a charge. Instead, blocking foul given, and now Ashton Price, the sophomore guard from Bay Village, at the free throw line. First free throw up and good for the 86% free throw shooter. Again, you're watching and listening here on BWYellowJackets.com as well as OAC TV. I'm Cole McDaniel. And a good second half upcoming is what I would expect at this point. John Carroll, they're not going to go down without a fight. Miss on that initial shot. The follow, the rebound for Eller. And the Blue Streaks get another offensive rebound. So third chance to score some points. No, short arming that one. That one's off at the front of the rim, and now here's Ashton Price picking up his dribble, finding Simmons. And Mazzio can slow it down and run the offense. One more bucket from Mazzio will push him past his average per game, and he gets it. Got his defender up in the air, and a smooth finish for the senior guard. In transition, there's a little bit of a wild shot there for Luke Frazier, and he misses. Last off of the Blue Streaks as they tried to follow that basketball and keep it in play. And a full court press being applied now by the Blue Streaks. Inbound to Snyder. He'll get across half court. Price on the near side wing. Snyder far side of the floor. Poked away by Eller. It's going to be Yellow Jackets basketball still. Last off of Eller. Yellow Jackets shooting at a really nice clip. They were at one point up at 75%. Still shooting well at 57%. And the hot shooting stroke of Anthony Mazzio has not cooled off since the first half. O'Toole, feed inside. That one's tipped away by Nagy. O'Toole still has it. Out to Frazier. And Frazier's really been searching for a bucket. Been a tough get. And that one was a nice controlled finish with the left hand. And a timeout for John Carroll. Down 17. Just under 18 minutes remaining here in the second half. And a reminder that tonight's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider, and Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. You're listening to Yellow Jacket men's basketball on bwyellowjackets.com and OAC TV. So as the Yellow Jackets, following that timeout, will inbound. Again, that full court press will be shown by the Blue Streaks. And they're just trying to find a way to trap the Yellow Jackets, get them into trouble. Inbound to Mazzio, gets it right back to Price, and Price flies down the floor. Simmons driving. Nagy out to Mazzio. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Trying to make a move. Step back three. Drains it. Anthony Mazzio, have yourself a night. There's the drive. Chacon, no good. It could be a foul going against the Yellow Jackets. Mazzio tried to get the block from behind, and as he swiped down, just really grazed the arm there of Chacon, but easy when you see that swipe down, that motion, especially when you're trailing from behind. That's an easy call for the officials. And Chacon at the free throw line makes the first attempt. Second free throw up and good. So perfect pair from the line. Price driving down the sideline. Beautiful spin. Trying to tiptoe on the baseline. Finds Snyder. Tough step back three. And on the attempt on the rebound there for Luke Frazier. Not watching that line and out of bounds. Careless mistake there for the sophomore guard, and now the Yellow Jackets, they have another opportunity to score on this possession. Simmons fouled and one. The senior forward from Wadsworth, Jackson Simmons, shows off the strength, and he'll go to the free throw line for that and one attempt. Simmons a 61% free throw shooter on the season, and he gets that one to go. 21-point advantage now for the Yellow Jackets. They're extending their lead. The wheels falling off the wagon a little bit here for the visitors. Still over 16 and a half minutes, and that's a much needed bucket there for Luke Chacon. Mazzio sitting on 25 points now. Feeds this to Simmons. Price picks up his dribble. Has Simmons open for three. Little long. Mazzio follows it up, and he's fouled. A little bump there as Chase Toppin and Mazzio both came soaring in. Have to say, though, Mazzio seemed to be off balance there because he was flying in, maybe a little out of control. And as he went to ground, got the call. It was the slightest of touches there from Chase Toppin. Probably unfortunate that he gets called there for the foul. But again, these officials have been quick to the whistle really both ways tonight. Both free throws good for Mazzio, and now the Blue Streaks trying to attack very quickly. Chacon driving, Splits through two defenders. Beautiful finish at the rim. Mazzio breaks free of Higgins. A lot of contact down low, no call there. Blue Streaks in transition. Chacon, excellent finish, laying that one in for two. Luke Chacon has come out with a vengeance, not only offensively but defensively, just trying to hound Jake Snyder there. As Snyder got beyond him, reach in from behind, foul going against Luke Chacon. And that's the fourth team foul now against the Blue Streaks. Snyder will take a seat. Luke Driscoll checks in for his first action here in the second half. Eric Hanna checks in as Luke Chacon gets a well-deserved breather, as he's been up and down the floor here in the first 4.5 minutes of the second half. Simmons driving to the rim for two. Rayner, Frazier stepped through with the left hand. That's short off of the front of the rim. On the attempt for the rebound, hit off the Yellow Jackets last and out of bounds. So John Carroll will keep the basketball underneath the basket. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Possession didn't change hands. Is Jerry Higgins III, the grad student here from Cleveland. Inbounds that one to Rayner, now on the low block. Yontek with the left hand, no good. Jared Logan came soaring in for the rebound. And that's going to be a foul on the low block going against number 20, Henry Rayner. Got into the back there of Jared Logan. Rayner now has 4 personal fouls, in some foul trouble. 15 minutes remaining in the game. And Rayner has to go take a seat. 5 team fouls going against the John Carroll Blue Streaks to this point. Price cross-court pass to Luke Driscoll. Driscoll looking to drive with the left hand, unable to get that one to go. And as number 11, Luke Eller, tries to come down with that rebound. Looked like he was standing right on that out-of-bounds line, but he was bumped at the same time. Officials call the foul there. And so that is the second team foul now against Baldwin Wallace. So the Yellow Jackets in the first half, they had more team fouls called against them in that half. In this half, it has been John Carroll. They've had more of the calls go against them. Like I said, officials have, in general, been pretty 50-50, pretty fair. They've just been blowing the whistle on a lot of things. Nothing down the floor that time. Actually got to play some basketball again without the whistle. And 2 points up and in for John Carroll. Here's a hold by Jerry Higgins III. He's really tried to harass Anthony Mazzio. Really a tough task for Higgins coming off of the bench, where he has one job tonight, and that is just to get in the head of Anthony Mazzio and be in his hip pocket. Hasn't really mattered though. Mazzio with 27, by far and away the leading scorer in this game. So we have just over 14 minutes remaining here in the half. 67-50. Ashton Price finds Mazzio on the inbound. The hedge there from Jantek. Mazio through the lane with the left hand, banking it in for 2. 29 points for Anthony Mazio. That one up in the air. Mazio feeds Price in transition. Price for 2. Pete Moran and the Blue Streaks coaching staff surprised it wasn't a foul call on the other end of the floor. The Yellow Jackets capitalizing in transition, now up 21 points, 71-50, and we have a timeout here at Ursprung Gymnasium, but we're going to keep it here, talk about the games happening around the conference tonight. Marietta and Capital in action. Most recent score update on that game is Marietta with a substantial lead, 55-39 over the Comets. Wilmington and Otterbein in their matchup. Currently a really tight battle, but another bucket made for Wilmington. They were just up 47-46. That now makes it 49-46. Muskingum and Mount Union in that game. Mount Union looks like they're going to go on to win pretty handily. 14 minutes left in that game, but 62-38 is the score in that one. And at halftime, last update for Heidelberg is they were up 40-24 over Ohio Northern. And of course, you know, everybody in the conference, their eyes are turning towards this game. As up 21 with 13 and a half minutes remaining, the Yellow Jackets have the 6th ranked Blue Streaks on the ropes. Here's a bounce pass. Eller kicks it out to Hanna. Hanna had Mazio closest to him, but Mazio lost his footing. Maybe a settle there from deep for the senior guard from Olmsted Falls. Mazio to Driscoll. Bounce pass to Nagy, finding Rob Watson the third. His first action in the second half. Had a great first half. Could not get that shot to go. Here's the drive. Through 2 defenders. No good there for Chacon. And Luke Chacon really battling, flying down the floor, trying to do everything himself offensively. The Yellow Jackets doing a better job defensively, filling the paint. The last couple times Luke Chacon has come down the lane. Jackson Simmons checks back in, as does Ray Ellington. Nagy and Price will get some rests on the bench. The inbound to Eller. Eller going to work on Rob Watson III, and that's a quick foul going against Rob Watson III. So Eller, the 6'7" junior forward from Mentor, also played his basketball at Lake Catholic. Knocks down the first free throw. An 85% free throw shooter on the season. And cuts the deficit to 19. 13 minutes remaining in the second half. Here from Ursprung Gymnasium. There's the hedge from Eller as he came out. Mazio was able to get it to Ellington, and Ellington was fouled. Number 1, Eric Hanna, called for his first personal foul. That's the 7th team foul now against the Blue Streaks. So just a little under 13 minutes remaining in the half, as I mentioned just a moment ago. And already in the bonus. So going to be a long second half for the Blue Streaks possibly if they keep committing fouls. Ellington misses on the 1-and-1 chance. Toppin, turning, finding Eller. Eller going up through the arms of Rob Watson III and gets the bucket to go. Again, that's just a matter of not going straight up. The arms of Rob Watson III hanging over Eller a little bit. Again, if they're back just a little bit more and straight up, that call's not going to go against you. And one chance, no good. Miss on that free throw. Strong rebound by Simmons, and Driscoll brought it up the floor past half court before handing it off to Jake Snyder. Simmons kicks to Driscoll. Driscoll would have had a wide open three if he wanted to take it. Only shot tonight was an air ball from mid-range. Snyder has to go to work. Really tough three-point shot with a second remaining on the shot clock. In transition, the leak out and trying to keep that one in play, and I don't know if that caught the legs of the Yellow Jackets player. As Jerry Higgins III did a great job trying to save that one, tried to throw it off of Snyder. Didn't really see a deflection, but if it actually hit a Yellow Jackets player, it was just barely. Snyder saying it didn't catch his leg. The official definitely wasn't confident about that call. Had to go over to his partner on the other side, and Blue Streaks maybe fortunate there. Chacon with Driscoll on him. Toppin, crossover, through the contact. Simmons definitely got that left hand in there. Should be an easy foul call, but actually the initial contact going against Ray Ellington. And if it wasn't Ellington, Simmons would have surely been called for the foul. 15 foul against the Yellow Jackets. Toppin's first free throw is good. 67% free throw shooter this season. As I mentioned earlier in the game, averages 10 points per game. This would make it 8 on the night if he can knock down this free throw. And he does. 71-56, under 12 minutes remaining in this game. Attempted pass there in the direction of Simmons. Knew where that pass was going. David Gentry jumping that. Got his hands on it. Yellow Jackets on the inbound, thrown into the backcourt. Driscoll's got to run it down. Just beats Chacon to it. Good awareness there from the junior guard from California. Here's Snyder, crossover, cleared some space. Thought about the three, instead goes inside to Simmons, and Simmons is fouled. Tried to put that one up. Little floater with the right hand. And he'll step to the free throw line for two. First free throw no good for Simmons. He averages nearly 10 points per game. 61% free throw shooter this season. Several substitutions for John Carroll, as Luke Frazier's back into the game, as is Henry Rayner. Keep in mind, Rayner has his 4 personal fouls, so certainly in foul trouble himself. Going to have to be careful. Out on the floor. Don't pick up any dumb fouls. Kick to the corner. Toppin's able to secure it. Looking to drive. Simmons slows him down well. in the corner, and Toppin trying to chase it down. He was trying to pass it to a teammate in the lane on the bounce pass. It just slipped by. And Toppin had a great effort to try to run that one down in the corner and hustle and try to save it, but a lot of ground he had to try to cover to catch up to that basketball. And the Yellow Jackets, they'll inbound directly from that corner. Cross-court pass. Nagy just checks in and able to make a tough snag. Maybe that's those goalkeeper hands, as Nagy, multi-sport athlete, plays on the men's soccer team here for the Yellow Jackets as well. There's a drive for Mazzio, takes the bump, doesn't make the shot. Step through for Simmons, through the contact, no good. So bodies on the floor for the Yellow Jackets in transition. Wide open three, Toppin, air ball. Been that kind of night for the Blue Streaks. Snyder loses a handle in transition. Throw down for David Gentry. And that might give a little bit of juice to John Carroll. And that defensive pressure just harassing the guards of the Yellow Jackets, giving John Carroll a little bit more life. They're still down 14, but the Yellow Jackets need a make, and they get it from Simmons. Timeout for the Yellow Jackets, and we'll take one with them here on bwyellowjackets.com as well as OAC TV. And we're back here following the timeout on bwyellowjackets.com as well as OAC TV. Again, I'm Cole McDaniel. In the women's game, the Yellow Jackets trying to fight back. They find themselves down 10 at the Tony DiCarlo Center, 74-64, looking to avoid an upset. The Blue Streaks here in men's basketball action trying to do the same thing on the Yellow Jackets floor. No good on that mid-range pull-up jumper there for Jerry Higgins. But the second chance points for the Blue Streaks, and they get the two to go, and now they find themselves down 14 once again. Ellington kicks this one out to Snyder. Snyder driving, picks up his dribble, bounce pass to Simmons, and Simmons, as he goes up for the shot, loses that one. It looks like it hit off of Simmons' leg, maybe his foot, maybe just grazed a Blue Streak player on the way by, out of bounds. So Yellow Jackets with possession of the basketball still. Simmons trying to clear a little bit of space with that right elbow. Didn't get off a clean shot in transition from the corner for three. And that one's good there for Jerry Higgins III. Well, things are getting interesting here at Ursprung Gymnasium. The Yellow Jackets have been up as much as 21 points And that's another foul going against Jerry Higgins III, his 4th personal foul. I know he's not happy with that call, but Higgins has been doing his job, and that's just to get into the body of Anthony Mazzio, and that's what he's been doing. Trying to stay in that hip pocket, but he'll be subbed out. In comes Chase Toppin as Anthony Mazzio steps to the free throw line for the 1-and-1. Under 9 minutes left to go here in the second half. And this is a big trip to the line for Anthony Mazzio to help extend that lead for the Yellow Jackets as they've seen it slowly dwindle bit by bit here in the last couple of minutes. Second one up and good, so a perfect trip to the line. Yellow Jackets up 13. Quick transition 3. And Mazzio gets the rebound as he's now over 30 points, 31 to be exact. And he wants more. Tough layup, banking it in. Stepping through Anthony Mazzio, senior guard from Canton. There's a hook with the right hand, and the bank there for Rayner. Snyder with Chacon tight on him. Here's that trap. Finds Mazzio. Mazzio has that one poked from behind by Chase Toppin. Again, I think that has to go one of two ways. That seemed to either be last off of the hands there of Anthony Mazzio, so John Carroll basketball, or a foul because of the bump in the back of Mazzio by Chase Toppin. Again, it was neither one of those two calls. A little bit shocked. But the Yellow Jackets have possession of the basketball and pull up on the baseline. Mid-range jumper there for Jake Snyder. Snyder now has 13 tonight. Bounce pass on the feed to Rayner. Rayner with the right hand hook through the contact, and he gets it to go. Basketball rattles around. Rayner hadn't really done too much in this game, aside from having the foul trouble. And this last little stint he's had on the floor has been his best stint so far. An opportunity to make it even better from the free throw line for the sophomore forward from St. Ignatius. No good on the and one attempt. Nagy and Eller both going up for the rebound, and that one's last off of Nagy. So a timeout for John Carroll as they're about to inbound the basketball here in just a moment. They have 2 timeouts remaining in this game, and we'll keep it here during this timeout. Tonight's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, the home of the Monday Night Athletics Roadshow. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. You are listening to Yellow Jacket men's basketball on bwyellowjackets.com and OAC TV. We'll be right back. So we'll see what kind of play offensively John Carroll was able to draw up, and a very smart one as Nagy had his back turned, trying to guard Luca Eller, and Eller just using his length. It was inbound directly to him. He didn't even put that basketball on the floor, straight up with it for two. Mazzio driving, reverse layup. Who else? Anthony Mazzio. If this doesn't put yourself in contention for OAC Player of the Week, I don't know what does. For three, that was wide open there for Jerry Higgins III. John Carroll, they've had a few of those wide open threes that they just haven't been able to get drop. And Mazzio scores again. Higgins III. Pass to Chacon. Battle between Nagy and Eller on the low block. Higgins going to take it himself. Eller cleared out enough space that Higgins saw the opportunity to take it. Getting to the rim, and a nice finish for two. Yellow Jackets up 13. 6 minutes remaining in the game. Mazzio wants a three. Mazzio goes to the floor. A little bit of contact. Not enough for the officials to call it, but the Yellow Jackets still have possession of the basketball. Snyder kicks it out to Mazzio, sitting on 37 points. And there's a blocking foul going against Rayner. And he's going to be the first one to foul out tonight against several Blue Streaks in foul trouble. 10th team foul against the Blue Streaks. Number 32, Will Yontek checks back in. Nagy going to take a seat for the Yellow Jackets, and Simmons back in for BW. Mazzio a little bit strong on the free throw attempt, off of the back of the rim. 77% free throw shooter on the season. Splits the pair, making that second attempt. 5.5 minutes remaining in this game. There's a drive from Higgins, gets beyond Price, and Price fouls. Needless foul there. Again, Ashton Price, maybe just let that one go. Higgins had you beat. I know you hate giving up the easy two, but two's always better than three. Higgins at the free throw line. We'll see if he can take advantage of the opportunity and get the extra point. And he does. 85-74. Here's Mazzio with Toppin on him. So Higgins doesn't have the responsibility of Mazzio now, sitting on his 4 personal fouls. Price from the wing. A little bit strong, hasn't been the night for Price. Only 4 points for him. He averages 15 a game. There's a three for Luke Chacon. It's now a single-digit lead for the Yellow Jackets. Slowly but surely, John Carroll getting back in this one. The number 6 team in the country not going to go down quietly. Simmons in the lane, up and in for 2. Big bucket there for the Yellow Jackets, now back up double digits. Higgins, pull-up jumper. He responds back for 2. The Yellow Jackets love late game dramatics here at Ursprung Gymnasium. Seen this team go to overtime many, many times over the years here in this gym. But BW, really against the 6th ranked team in the country, you want to find a way to put this one away in regulation. especially when you've been the team in the lead and a lot of momentum's been swinging your way all night. Simmons had the air ball on the other end of the floor for the wide open three. Now a foul against the Yellow Jackets, and number 32, Will Yontek, will go to the free throw line for 2 attempts. That's the 8th team foul against the Yellow Jackets. First attempt up and good. Luke Frazier checks back in. Second attempt up and rattles around and good. 87-81. The Yellow Jackets crowd has quieted down a little bit. Mazzio driving, tried to go to the right hand, and Chase Toppin denies that shot. If you're the Blue Streaks, I mean, you know that Anthony Mazzio's the guy that's going to take it. It's just a matter of can you stop him. They were able to do so there. Yellow Jackets still have possession of the basketball. Price needs some help. Kicks it out to Snyder. 5 seconds. Trying to clear some space. Simmons needs to get this one up. Tough turnaround jumper for 3. That one, high bounce off of the rim. John Carroll on the rebound. Pass inside, a little bit strong for Yontek at the back door. And there's a blocking foul going against Simmons in the Yellow Jackets. So things falling apart for BW here. As the Blue Streaks haven't let off the gas pedal here in the second half. They've not let up once. Just trying to creep their way back into this one. Higgins the third. At the free throw line, makes his first attempt. 80% free throw shooter on the season. Averages 7 points per game. He's currently sitting at 13. Excuse me, that last makes it 14. So an opportunity to have 15 points on the night to this point. Of course, sitting on those 4 fouls, has to be careful, but he's been an important part of what John Carroll's done this evening. Makes the second one. Now just a 4-point Yellow Jackets lead. 3 minutes remaining in this game, and the Blue Streaks crowd is getting louder. Yellow Jackets need a bucket on this trip. Snyder banks it in. Now the Yellow Jackets can come to life a little bit, and a timeout for Tom Heil in his 8th year as head coach of the Yellow Jackets, and we'll step aside here on BWYellowJackets.com as well as OAC TV. Following the timeout, John Carroll will inbound the basketball and come the length of the floor. Luke Frazier, crossover, creates space. Jumper from a little bit beyond the free throw line. And that was a great make there from Luke Frazier. Really clever offensive move. Responding back to the Yellow Jackets 2 they made on their last offensive trip. Mazzio went up strong, looking for the 2 there. That would give him 40 points on the night. Not yet. Has 38, but he'll go to the free throw line for 2 following that foul. And that one rattles in and out for Mazzio. Last time at the free throw line, he split the pair, making a second. That he does again. 90-85. 2.5 minutes remaining in this game. Just a tale of 2 halves. John Carroll, they keep clawing their way back. Luke Frazier, 1 possession ball game. Mazzio, the hot hand. Again, defensively going up against a guy that has 4 fouls. And Jerry Higgins III does a great job keeping those feet moving and not allowing Mazzio to draw him into a defensive foul there. And Mazzio walks, so the travel call going against Anthony Mazzio. Empty possession. There's a miss. The follow, no good on an easy putback there for Luca Eller. Snyder, middle of the floor. There's the hedge, and Eller bumps Snyder. Again, Snyder went into the backcourt, but definitely a bump there from Luca Eller. That was easy for the officials. Easy from vantage point here, coming towards us here on the near side of the floor. And Jake Snyder, one of the best free throw shooters on the Yellow Jackets team, 84% from the free throw line, knocks down the first attempt. Second one up and good, 92-87. A minute and a half remaining, and the Yellow Jackets will take a timeout again. Talk some things over, probably not only talk about their defensive set, but talk about what they want to do coming up the floor the next time here in just a moment. We'll step aside here again with a minute and a half remaining in this high-scoring game. A nail-biter here from Ursprung Gymnasium. You're watching and listening on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. Back following the timeout. Speaking of nail-biters and comebacks, the Yellow Jackets, the women's program on the road at the Tony DiCarlo Center with 24 seconds remaining. They're now down 4, 87-83, trying to make a comeback of their own, trying to avoid an upset. There's a hook with the right hand. Nice finish down in the low block for Will Yontek through the contact. He'll step to the free throw line for the and one chance. 92-89. So a 3-point deficit, 1 possession game, regardless of whether Yontek makes this free throw or not. Luke Chacon will take a seat. Chase Toppin checking back in for his defensive presence. Student section getting loud, doesn't matter. Yontek unbothered. 92-90, Still lots of time up on the clock. Little over a minute remaining in this game. Feet inside, Nagy. That's a beautiful little pick and roll there. As Snyder just put that one right on a platter for Nagy. Snyder attempted the block from behind, catches a lot of arm there of Luke Frazier. And Frazier's going to go to the free throw line for 2 attempts. As the Yellow Jackets had just pushed themselves up by 4 points. Frazier at the free throw line is 86% free throw shooter, nearly an 87% free throw shooter. And the officials not happy with something. Somebody in the student section asked to leave for Baldwin Wallace here off to the left corner. First free throw attempt up and good there for the sophomore guard, Luke Frazier. He's in double figures tonight. His shot in great quantity, actually put up more shots than any of his teammates. 6 of 17. Hasn't really had a ton of those makes to show for all those shots, but that's a huge trip to the free throw line for Frazier, giving his team a chance. 1 possession ball game again. 94-92. The Yellow Jackets, in order to really feel comfortable here, need to find a way to get a basket on this trip. To Simmons. Back to Snyder. Step back 3. No good. Simmons follows it up and gets the rebound. Shot clock is off. Bounce pass to Price in the corner. And John Carroll has to foul. That rebound for Jackson Simmons, the senior forward from Wadsworth, might have just sealed this game for the Yellow Jackets. And now John Carroll, you're sending the best free throw shooter to the line. Price, the 86% free throw shooter, and that one didn't look pretty at the start. Short off the front of the rim, but got the friendly roll. 3-point game. And now an opportunity to make this a 2-possession game. Nagy goes to the bench. Ellington checks in for the Yellow Jackets. Luke Chacon back in for John Carroll. Second free throw up and good for Price. He knew he made that one as soon as it left his fingertips. 20 seconds remaining in this game, a 2-possession game. Timeout here from Ursprung Gymnasium. And we'll take it with them here on BWYellowJackets.com as well as OAC TV. So out of the timeout, John Carroll. They'll look to drive the length of the floor. The Yellow Jackets initially showing pressure, trying to make it tough here on the inbound. Getting it into Luke Frazier. Frazier coming up the floor, looking to get a basket quickly. With the left hand, a little bit strong. Simmons with the rebound, and Simmons fouled. And that should just about do it for the Yellow Jackets. That's the defensive stand they needed on that trip. Tough night for Luke Frazier, a lot of shots. He probably missed a lot of shots he usually makes with his scoring prowess. Simmons makes the first free throw, 97-92. Second attempt up and no good, so 5 points. The difference. Quick two in transition for Chase Toppin. And the Yellow Jackets not getting back defensively quickly there. Could hurt the Yellow Jackets again if they don't inbound this cleanly and it's stolen away, as it's a one-possession ball game again. A three for John Carroll could tie it, but they have to find a way to get the basketball back. Just under 6 seconds left to go here in this game. 97-94. And in the women's matchup at the Tony DiCarlo Center, the Yellow Jackets, they tried to come back, nearly avoided the upset, but the Blue Streaks in women's basketball, they get it done. 89-86. Really tough battle there. We still play on here from Ursprung Gymnasium. Things have evened up here in the second half in terms of field goal percentage. The Yellow Jackets shooting at a 53% clip as opposed to a 50% clip for John Carroll. The Yellow Jackets shooting better from three though. 10 of 25, that's 40%. Here in the second half, John Carroll, again, they forced several turnovers, really upped their pressure. A lot of full-court press throughout the entire second half. 4 more turnovers that they forced that helped them claw their way back into this one. The question is, was it too little, too late based off of what happened in the first half, and then the Yellow Jackets finding themselves up 21 points early in the second half. So here's the full court press again. John Carroll, they need to look for a steal. If they can't get it, they have to foul quickly. Mazzio looking to inbound, running the baseline, finding Snyder. The dive in, there's the grab and the foul. About a second and a half coming off of the clock. And Snyder, one of the 2 best free throw shooters, will go to the free throw line.
At the line for Baldwin Wallace, shooting 2, Snyder.
So just hitting 1 on this trip could really do it for this game, as the Yellow Jackets could back off defensively. And that should do it, as Snyder knocks down that big free throw. Now has 18 on the night. And the second one up and good. 4 seconds left. Chacon, deep three, off the back of the rim, no good. And number 6 goes down. In Division III men's basketball action here in the Ohio Athletic Conference. Pandemonium as the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jacket student section storms the court. Not just a big upset as the 6th ranked team in the country going down in the John Carroll Blue Streaks, but this is of course a giant rivalry between these two schools. And that is officially the first loss for the Blue Streaks here in 2023. The Yellow Jackets going to be celebrating this one tonight. And thinking about this really the rest of the week. But of course, plenty of season left to go. And gonna have to put this one behind them as there's one more game left in the regular season. And the Yellow Jackets still have to take care of business going down to Capital in a men's and women's doubleheader come Saturday, the 18th. So look to finish off what they have a 3-game winning streak right now. Try to make it a 4-game winning streak as tournament time is quickly approaching. The Yellow Jackets now improve to a 500 record overall, 12-12, now 8-9 in the OAC. That should be good enough to move them up maybe a slot or two here in conference standings. John Carroll, they'll stay right around the top, as I'm sure their ranking will drop from 6 at some point. We'll see where they actually fall to. They now go to 21-3 on the season and 15-2 in the Ohio Athletic Conference. Next up on the slate for John Carroll, mentioned what the Yellow Jackets have coming up next this Saturday. Long haul from Cleveland, going down southwest of Columbus, really in the middle of nowhere down to Wilmington for the final regular season game for the Blue Streaks to try to get back on the right track here prior to the tournament. Well, it's been a fun one tonight, as I mentioned already. For myself, Cole McDaniel, thanks for watching and listening here on BWYellowJackets.com as well as OAC TV. Everybody have a great rest of your night and an upcoming weekend as well.